Hi, I'm Miranda Medrano and I'm a third-year PhD student. I'm also a veterinarian. My research project is describing and characterizing alternative pig farms in Minnesota.
The objectives of the study are to 1. Identify alternative pig farms, also known as APFs, in Minnesota, to describe and characterize their different production practices. 2. To conduct on-farm biological sampling and test for 3 diseases to calculate their apparent prevalence. This prevalence is the percentage of farms that test positive out of all the farms that were tested. 3. To build a network model of APS in Minnesota and run computer simulation to estimate the spread of African swine fever.
You may be asking what an alternative pig farm is, so I'll let you know.
Alternative pig farms are an alternative to conventional production. Whereas conventional farms keep their pigs indoors, are more intensive in their production, and produce the most pork in the U.S., they might be considered more traditional, compared to alternative farms that normally keep their pigs outdoors, are more extensive in their production, and produce more niche pork. Broadly speaking, APS can have different environments where pigs are kept on pasture, deep straw bedding, dirt, forest, also known as silvopasture, or even concrete. As long as they are not kept indoors, then they are an APF and not a conventional farm.
So now that you know what an alternative pig farm is, you might be wondering, why is it important to you, the public?
Pigs that are kept out on pasture or silvopasture and are properly managed can be beneficial for the environment by decreasing soil erosion and increasing carbon capture. They can also help improve local food systems and make it more sustainable. Many of these products raised on alternative pig farms are being sold at local co-ops or farmers markets. Also, some of these products are available direct from the farmer and may be available through community-supported agriculture or CSA shares.
So you might be wondering how exactly we go about doing this project.
First, we identified the population of interest, of which there are around 200 APFs in Minnesota. We have since emailed them a survey, and in the next few months we'll be collecting biological samples from pigs on participating farms.
This survey will ask questions regarding their population, vaccine use, marketing, cleaning, and location.
The next part of this project is specific to African swine fever, but let me explain a little bit about this disease. African swine fever is a virus that only infects pigs. Some symptoms of the disease include fever, gastrointestinal upset, bleeding or hemorrhage, and loss of appetite. Although this disease doesn't infect humans, it can have an impact economically because of the high death rate and inability to sell sick pigs, which may lead to a shortage in pork supply and of course has a tremendous effect on pig welfare. African swine fever, also known as ASF, can be found in Europe, Asia, Africa, and the island of Hispaniola. In many of these affected countries, pigs housed outdoors are implicated as the population that is spreading ASF, and many times are the first domestic pigs to be diagnosed in a negative country. Although the U.S. is currently free of ASF, this project will allow us to evaluate the similarities between the outdoor population in other countries and in the U.S. to better discern if this population has the same risky practices as outdoor farms in ASF-positive countries. Using the results from the survey and the disease testing, we will use computer software and mathematical algorithms to estimate the geographical spread of ASF in APS and count how many farms become infected over a period of time. The methods employed are known as social network analysis and disease spread modeling.
With consumer demand increasing for more welfare-friendly and sustainably produced pork, we can expect the number of pigs raised on alternative pig farms to increase over the years. Although we don't have the results of this research quite yet, we do expect that the results from the survey, as well as the computer simulation, will give us the information we need to see how exactly far and wide that African swine fever can spread in this population, allowing veterinarians like me to better serve these pigs and keep them healthy.
And lastly, I would like to thank these two sponsors of this project.